Diego, don't forget about the 5 seconds.
Whenever you guys are ready,
fuck
we
yeah.
are
live. I'm gonna just start talking as soon as you hit record. Good luck reducing all the noise and editing that. Bastards. You want to talk smack about me the week I'm not here? Have fun.
The 1 week.
Happy weekend. Happy weekend, guys. Enjoy your Fridays. Picking
man.
out audio.
I was chilling.
Listen, I was like, oh, you know what? It's all right. I missed one night. Nothing's gonna happen. Let me tune in. I'll hear the recording. Very first thing you guys said, yo, you know what happened? You created a monster, Edgar. Diego asked for 5 seconds of silence.
You think I make it up, bro? You think I make it up? It's just Marco's a sociopath. Marco is a sociopath.
So it's just Marco Starnish?
Yeah, it's just me.
Yo.
Here we go.
Well, ladies and gents, welcome to our Thursday night episode, number 2 for the week. It's international break, unfortunately. But we still got lots of energy, and we're happy to be here together because the Benchwarmers have something to say.
Never get tired?
And we never get tired of saying that.
Oh, no. We never get tired because we never leave the bench.
It's all right.
Thank you.
Hit
I'll
that,
be here
hit
all
that.
day.
Really quick, if you could do some standard introductory moment, where can they listen to us? Marco.
They can listen to us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Stitcher by searching Benchwarmers FC.
Try to catch you off guard. Nice one. Eric, where can they find us?
Oh, shit. I'm saying. You can follow us, give us a like, give us a comment. Join us on Halftime on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, Benchwarmers FC1.
Where can they watch us?
Eddie, where can they
Pornhub.
watch us?
That's threw me a curveball because that's not my segment.
Come on, Eddie.
Somebody help me.
Just say
They can also on YouTube
Pornhub.
at Benchwarmers FC TV.
or Pornhub.com.
Benchwarmers FC TV. You can also write us. You could donate 5 seconds of your time to write us an email, since I'm not getting 5 seconds, by emailing benchwarmersfc.com. And when you get to any of our social media channels, especially the YouTube, the Instagram, the Facebook, the Twitter, like Eric said, we'd appreciate if you guys liked, comment, followed, subscribed, hit the notification bell for new content that comes out. We always want to hear from you. That being said, we're going to do kickoff, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, before we get to kickoff, I wanted to, kind of catch you guys off guard for a bit. Since you weren't here last recording and couldn't suffer with the 4 of us.
Yo, Marco, you promised me a bottle of water, bro.
I did, and then I said, here,
Pick
look,
your
there's
poison.
Men's.
You might get lucky, Eddie. It's a 50-50 chance.
All right, Eddie. Eddie's participating for Bean of the Day.
Being of the day. And all right, so the point of this is...
You got a bin or something for me?
No, just-
you'll be all right.
You'll be all right. You'll be
Spin
all
it
right.
that way.
You be good.
That one.
Wait.
You're supposed to describe a moment in time that flavor reminds you of in your footballing memories.
Describe the flavor and then walk us through what
got
moment
lucky.
in football.
You got a good one. You got a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what does it remind you of, though? Like, where does he take you?
Where does it take you? That flavor, where does it take you?
The first memory that comes to mind.
Footballing memory.
Football memory. Sweet victory.
Okay.
Oh my God!
What I said.
Here it comes.
The 4-0 at Anfield. Barca.
All right, that wasn't
Okay.
that
Okay.
bad.
I'll take that.
Let's talk about 6, baby.
It could be a garbage flavored bean, and it'd be like the garbage opponent that we played in the Champions League final. Let's talk about 6.
I hate him, bro. I hate him.
All right, this is gonna be momentous because I've never
Come on.
taken off my mask.
Come on,
Dude,
They already know-
You guys can.
It's like the mass singer.
Do we
Oh,
still
yeah.
have the cutout?
Huh?
Do we have the cutout?
Oh yeah, the
No,
cutout.
somewhere
No,
right
no.
here. Have to cover
Actually,
his face
I
now.
took that as a souvenir. All right, I'm
I'll
gonna
put a black
I'm gonna
line
turn
over
around.
your eyes.
We'll leave the unmasking for another night. But oh my God, yo! After seeing what this guy did, bro, I just really hope.
I should have never showed you the video.
Yeah, you should have never. Oh my God, yo! What the...
Just show me the color before you put it in your mouth.
She said.
I'm scared of this.
Yeller.
I'm scared. It's not even yellow. It's like
Yellowish
an
white.
off-white.
That looks suspect.
This is disgusting.
All right, that's
All right, ready?
Oh God.
Nah, just spit it, bro. He spits it inside his mask.
Was it good?
No, it does not.
Oh,
I can taste it. I can taste it for him.
I know what it is.
bro.
Just swallow it.
No,
You
no,
swallowed it? No, spit it
no.
out, bro.
Oh,
Spit it out.
Stop. I'm gonna throw up, man. I can taste it for you.
Spit it out. Throw it on the
Spit
floor.
it
I gotta
out.
spit it out on the floor.
Spit it over
No,
there.
no, no. I got you.
Oh, is it
I know what it
nasty?
is.
Mm.
I know what it is.
What was? Is it nasty one? You got rotten egg, didn't you?
My man's going to the bathroom.
He's stepping away, guys. Just stepping away. Dave's
he'll
stepping away.
be back. He'll be
So I'll
back.
take over. He'll be back. All right. So now that
It's rotten egg.
actually, he says describe his moment in his
So,
football and memories.
I'll definitely tell you, it's not buttered popcorn.
No, with that
egg,
reaction,
right?
it's rotten
Rotten
egg.
Rotten egg. I know. I knew the flavor before even. I know, man.
My eyes started watering.
Just the thought of it, bro. Just the thought of it.
Oh
man.
my god.
Eddie got lucky, man. He
So that's
took
small
the
rotten egg
blue.
before, bro.
Yeah.
You know what it tasted like?
What's
If you took it tasted like if you took an egg and you put a cockroach in it and then you boiled it to the point where it was just overcooked and then you bite down on it and you get the crunch. Oh, bro.
so? Remind us of a time where that flavor.
Take us wherever
Brought-
that took
yeah.
It was disgusting, dude. Oh, it was just like foul. It was foul. It was nasty. I'm trying to think of a time. Ugh. Mm.
I almost throw up with you there, man. Say it
Like,
right
let's see.
now.
I'm,
Marcus
I'm,
enjoys this. He's
I
just
know he is.
evil.
Yo, he's
He's
so
hilarious,
surprised,
He's
bro.
just evil. He's a sociopath. I'm
He's
telling you. I
sociopath.
did not make
I
this
did.
up.
Just like a nasty, disgusting. Oh, dude. I think it's like a moment where I was just like why would someone do that? You know what? Someone actually brought it up. Luis Suarez's handball in the World Cup.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
This
That.
disgusting,
bad.
nasty moment against Ghana.
Yeah. Ruined their World Cup dreams.
It's just
and
like,
everything.
yeah, like this jelly bean just ruined my entire recording experience for tonight. I think Suarez just ruined it.
Dude, now you're not only known for the 5 seconds, bro.
I thought you would have went Manchester, but
Nah.
you kept it.
I like that.
Okay,
So I think we can go kick off now. We can kick off. Let me actually get one too, because I taste it even though I didn't try it.
Bro, was it really that?
What?
Yeah, it was
Yeah, it was
rotten
rotten egg.
Yeah, it was the yellow one. Was really rotten egg. Yeah, the other one is spoiled milk.
That's the one I had, which made me
Spoiled
almost throw
milk?
up. Yeah,
Oh,
I had spoiled. God, come on, this is-
yeah, because they don't want
Let's
is
go,
butter
let's shut up,
popcorn,
shut up.
right?
Let's just go. Let's go.
And the other one is
I'm
coconut.
lactose, so I can't even have this.
Fuck
That'll
you.
be a double.
imagine?
That'll be a double whammy for me, bro.
Oh, I could have had butter popcorn. Bro.
I love butter on my popcorn.
I
But a little recommendation for all you listening.
Do you
and
put
and
extra
viewing.
butter on your popcorn, like when they give you the option?
Hell
to-
yeah,
Bro,
I put extra. But
you guys-
remember I told you last time, if you guys ever go to the movies and like to get butter in your popcorn, don't put too much because you will be constipated.
Interesting.
Just want to share that with you.
You know, I use a little
I'm
straw
lactose,
trick.
so
I use the straw trick. You guys ever seen that?
No,
It was a meme that came out a long time ago.
draw trick.
straw.
Yeah, the straw. Like you take a drinking straw, an extra one, and you put it right in the middle of the popcorn bag, and then the little hole for the butter machines is the same diameter as a
shit.
straw,
I never thought of that.
and so you press it, and you lift the straw gradually, like you put the bag,
and it gets
like,
all the butter.
and it gets all the
inside.
butter inside, because dripping it on top it never goes down to the
I
bottom.
know. I thought it was my problem. Like the first ones are like, oh
Bro,
yeah.
I
then
can
work
I
out.
can testify. It's a really old meme.
Wow.
I can testify 100% it works. I do it all the time.
I bet.
It's the greatest
I
greatest
do it
experience
now.
ever.
That's a life hack right there.
It is. It
Life
really
hack.
is.
Only at Benchwarmers FC.
Never thought of it.
I love popcorn. So.
Bro, it's
Yeah.
great.
I love movie popcorn. Oh my god. All right. I think we're good. I think we got the jelly bean out of the way.
Oh, guess what's coming up? Christmas. So I get my bucket of popcorn now too.
Yes.
word.
Nice. Listen, I'm glad we're on the footballing side because that was a disgusting experience. I'm gonna keep talking about that. We were teasing it earlier, and it was something that we want to introduce a new segment here. This player review. So I think we're at a good spot to kind of pass judgment on some players that have been
Hell yeah, it's almost
signing
half a
for
season.
teams.
Word.
We're close to the halfway point. Yeah,
Mhm.
we're a little over a month away from the Christmas break.
Yep.
And you know what? After millions of dollars being spent, tens of
Mhm.
millions, close to hundreds of millions,
Yep.
and some players going for free,
Mm-hmm.
we got a list of players right now on the bench that we're gonna, try to examine and pick who's actually doing better for their squad and who's worth the money.
Correct.
So the very first, I think the bunch of 5 that we have here, and I'm gonna say the names slowly. we have
And they'll be on screen too. I'll make sure of it.
You put
Of
'em up.
every name that
Sweet.
you mentioned, we'll put up
Cool,
on
cool,
screen.
cool.
So for our listeners, we are going to cross-examine Joao Felix, Eden Hazard, Harry Maguire, Mathis de Ligt, and there was one more name there, which I think
Frankie.
is
Well,
Griezmann, Antoine Griezmann.
well,
Always
I
consider
have
Frankie?
I have Pepe and Ramsey.
Yes, Pepe and Ramsey doing better.
No. Well, those are the stats I looked up.
Okay, so
Those
we'll
are
bring Pepe and Ramsey in.
Deschamps,
But for
too.
these five, we'll break it up for these five first. Joao Felix, Antoine Griezmann, Eden Hazard, Harry Maguire, Mathis de Ligt.
Mhm.
All of them are 80 million plus. Who is doing the best for their squad right now?
Just pick one.
If you pick one out of those five,
Joao Felix.
Joao
I'm
Felix?
I'm gonna go Griezmann.
Griezmann.
Go Griezmann, man. He's been kind of like not obviously not Iniesta. Nobody's Iniesta, but he's been like the kind of like the puppet master, putting the passes through and assisting Messi.
Okay.
It's not just been a Messi show, and I think that's one thing that people are kind of overseeing. Griezmann has been and you saw the picture the other day where Griezmann was had the open lane and Messi tried to take a shot from 18 yards out.
I mean,
So I think Griezmann out of those players right there is probably one of the better ones, and I'm gonna pull up some stats to see if I can further prove that point.
bet. What do you think, Eddie?
I think I'm gonna go with the lit.
De
Like
Ligt.
I want to go with Joao Felix, but it's like Atletico hasn't been really playing that well.
They started
Like,
well, but you're
They
right.
started-
Right
yeah,
now,
so
they've
like-
kind of
so
fallen
like,
flat.
It would be like, damn, like how am I gonna give it to Joao Felix if his team's not doing that well?
Yeah, and I mean, and just to further prove that point, I mean, Griezmann has, I think, 2 more games than Joao Felix, or yeah, let me see, I have Joao Felix right here.
I think so.
Felix has a total of 9 appearances. Griezmann has a total of 11, but in those games alone, Griezmann already has more goals and assists than Joao Felix. So, I mean, if you go by numbers wise, Griezmann's
Yeah.
doing it.
You're right.
But
But there's always a but.
There's always a but, and it's mine on the chair. That's cool.
I guess I lucked out because my chair's made out of plastic.
And I was considering getting you the middle one.
Wow.
No, I actually still think that it's Joao Felix just because, yes, but numbers are not always everything.
I mean, who's in first place right now?
You're right. Tied with Real Madrid,
Tied on
and
points.
Hazard is there, and he hasn't done shit.
Joao Felix. We're talking about Joao
So-
Felix and Griezmann, not Hazard. Hazard's
Well, that's where I'm going with it. Joao Felix, I think, has contributed more to their team, even though the assistants aren't there. The 9 games that he's played, it's helped his team at least stay where they're at right now. Now, in comparison to Griezmann, all you hear is he's not enough.
No, that's.
Uh,
I don't know who's saying that, but
I've heard that too, man. I've heard
But
that
the-
not enough.
And
listen,
not only that, but
I just-
also speculations of incoming players because, again, he's not enough.
I don't think it's that he's not enough. I just don't think Ernesto Valverde is the right coach.
And that's a good
Sure.
possibility. That could be the actual problem they're having is that Valverde is not the coach to
And then
continue growing the team.
who knows like
We're getting a
what's
battery. No, it makes time. I think I'm a battery soon.
then who knows what's happening with Luis Suarez because apparently he's coming to Miami, so that opens up a spot for Griezmann. So
And I mean, look, just because the fans and the viewers or whoever's saying this that Griezmann isn't enough, that doesn't necessarily mean it's true. I mean, the numbers don't lie. He is literally contributing both on goal and assisting to goals. I can even pull up the XG stats and probably further prove that point. And him alone, he's done more than what Joao Felix has done for Atletico Madrid. Yeah, he might be keeping Atletico steady afloat, but steady afloat where? Where are they right now? Third, fourth,
and they were my favorites to win.
fourth.
So,
I mean, if you're gonna tell me he's good at keeping them average, I mean, good for you. Griezmann's helping Barcelona stay in first place right now. And even though we all know that they're struggling because they have an aging squad, they have a coach that Eddie just said, and I 100% agree with him, that doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He's relying all on Messi. Griezmann is still on the board.
Yes.
Well,
The only difference is Griezmann is older than Joao Felix.
That doesn't change
And-
what he's doing in the field.
all right,
In experience.
The question was who's doing better. Who does
Well,
have the
okay,
higher
okay,
ceiling.
so
obviously he has
alright,
the higher
yeah.
ceiling. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, look, Joao Felix maybe 2-3 years from now, I could see him doing crazy numbers, but As of right now, for the money that Atletico paid for him, they're not getting what they're hoping for.
So
and I get it.
Atletico paid 126 million euro for Joao Felix, while Barcelona paid 130 million euro for Griezmann. So it's very close. It's very tight.
Yep.
As far as like the position standings for the table, you have Barcelona with 25 points in first, and Atletico Madrid in 24th, with 24 points in third. I mean,
I'm sorry.
so it's just 1 point off. I think that's pretty good. The fact that they were both paid around the same price, I would go with Joao Felix simply because of that ceiling. I think that ceiling is going to prove for the rest of this season. He's gonna show up for Atletico Madrid. I really do.
We'll see this season. Maybe not this season, but maybe in the future. Yes, I agree with you.
I
but
think this
but
season.
I think
going
it's like,
off the question alone, who's doing better right now?
So
Griezmann's doing
off,
think
of,
Griezmann?
off of the past what 12 weeks, 13 weeks that we're in, playing in every single league that they're playing in, which is just I think right now it's just Champions League
Mhm.
and La Liga.
Yeah, Copa hasn't kicked off yet.
No, it hasn't kicked off yet. I think that the whole sorteo just came up recently. It might be true that Griezmann is doing, even though
It is true.
every time I see them play, I keep on hearing it that it isn't. But
Hey, listen,
in
man,
paper, it might be on paper. It might be
It's-
true.
On paper, it is, and listen, just because Griezmann isn't Iniesta or Xavi doesn't mean he's not gonna put in the work. And I hate Barcelona. You guys know that.
Yeah.
But I give respect where it's due, and Griezmann to me, he's been doing the work.
So we haven't been talking about three players, and I want to bring it there because I think it's also worth mentioning players that have kind of underperformed, even though they've been paid around the same price. The two, I guess the three that we've kind of left out of the conversation have been Hazard, Harry Maguire, and De Ligt. Although you had chosen De Ligt. He was actually wasn't he struggling a little bit?
He
when,
was
like
struggling.
adjusting
He-
to Juventus in the beginning.
He don't speak Italian, so like
One,
how can I
wait,
understand
first,
Chiellini?
yeah, he doesn't speak Italian too. He went to as a defender, he went to a league that's extremely defensive, so they require a lot from the defenders.
And they also lost their leader
The-
on the back line.
The person that they would have liked to match him up with,
Mhm.
he was injured and now
done.
is on the sideline.
Yeah.
So I think he struggled a little bit. Doesn't mean that he's done bad. It's just that he still hasn't. He's still not fully into the Serie A league.
Who's this,
The lit.
De Ligt.
I'm upset with it because the fact that he has such a high ceiling or high expectations. Even Ajax,
Expectations, definitely.
you would think that he would go into Juventus and just completely, take ownership. Like I'm here.
I mean, I didn't think he was gonna go to Juventus and start scoring goals.
Yeah,
Not
exactly,
scoring
yeah.
goals, but
Yeah,
like
but-
just look dominant. And
keep-
they
I
haven't
don't
looked
know,
dominant.
assist-
Juventus have not looked dominant.
Help to like keep clean sheets and shit.
Yeah, and they
I
haven't.
think if he would have gone to Barcelona, I think he would have
I mean,
had it
so-
easier.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Like,
I do. I
having-
do.
Playing under Sadi's system, bro, that's full on attacking. He's played more of an attacker, and yeah, you're gonna get caught off on counterattacks, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, I just remember like the Napoli game that he had. It was like I think it was like first game as a as a starter. He looked like he struggled a lot.
Yeah,
But that was also at the beginning of the
but
season,
the-
so
at the-
it's changed.
in the same game. The world's best defender scored an amazing. own
That is
goal,
also
so-
true. That is
Right.
also true. That
I
is also
mean,
true.
you
That
know,
was a hilarious.
You could go
goal.
game by game. Each player's gonna have their own ups and downs. But now, I think
Yes.
overall, De Ligt. If I were to give him a grade on his overall performance so far to this season, I'll give it to Joao Felix as well because we did mention him.
Why not give it to all of
and
them?
even Griezmann because I was thinking about
In the
Griezmann.
past-
I'm gonna give him a solid.
What are you doing? Numbers or letters?
I'm gonna give him like a school grade.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him a
Alright.
solid like A- to Griezmann.
Okay.
Griezmann?
Joao Felix, I give him a B. He has been doing work, but it's not to what I was expecting. Also, De Ligt.
He has 4 clean sheets and 9 appearances right now.
I mean, that isn't bad. That's not bad at all for a defender. Actually, I wish
Wasn't
he had
Van
that.
Dijk right now,
Yeah. So, given those numbers and just for my expectations alone, I'm gonna give De Ligt a B plus.
Okay.
All right. Now you want to jump into Hazard real quick?
Go for it.
Yeah, man.
So, I mean, I have so many problems with these stats just for Hazard alone. He, man, I'll tell you the pecking order right now. So the stat I pulled up right now is passes led to shot. Because I'm not even gonna. We all know he has 1 goal this season.
He has
That's
one.
it.
That's
So
it.
that's it. I'm not even point out that fact. Passes led to shot. He is so far down the list. He's behind James Rodriguez, Toni Kroos, Isco, who barely fucking plays, Lucas Vasquez, Marcelo, Luka Modric, Dani Carvajal, and then Hazard.
Wow.
He is not providing anything to this squad. And if you want to look at the shots the shots per 90 minutes, which is obviously the shots he gets on goal for every 90 minutes, bro, he is even
0.00001.
further down that list. He's behind. He's behind Casemiro.
Stop.
He's behind Casemiro, like Gareth Bale, Vinicius,
ex-
Luka Jovic, who barely even plays as well.
The ex forward turned
Listen, man.
defensive midfielder
Yeah, his performance has been abysmal.
for 100 mil.
For 100 mil,
Yes.
man. For a player who's well established already, who left Chelsea, left there a legend. I'm not afraid to say that.
No,
He did.
He-
He carried that team.
He's looking. He came to Madrid, and if you're a world class player, you're expected to be at least doing some kind of production. No goal, 1 goal, 1 assist, and those numbers that I just pointed out are horrendous.
2 months in, yes.
2 months in, I'm gonna give him a C minus.
C minus.
ooh, you're being too generous.
Dang.
I mean-
RM
I
correspondent
give him a
here.
C minus because he's been playing. He's been consistently
he
playing and
is-
stayed healthy. But aside from that,
They're talking to the 6 out of 10 over here.
Oh,
I would
my
have given an E
God.
for effort. No, I
Does
mean
Does
that's
Eid actually exist?
Because Real Madrid is actually like first place, so like he is like.
Well, they're tied. They're tied in the
eh,
first
he is
with
and,
Barcelona.
and maybe the pressures get into him. I don't know, but I don't know. This is-
I don't know. As an experienced person, I don't think the pressure should really get to him. I know Real Madrid pressure is completely different from
and he
Chelsea's
said it.
pressure.
He came out and said it himself.
Pressure. This is the same.
But,
Hold
come
on.
on.
This is the same guy who said that Chelsea fans are fake compared to Spanish fans
Oh, he
in
did say
Madrid.
that. Yeah.
He doesn't care about pressure. He's
He's just not doing it.
absolute garbage right now.
Yeah, he is.
Now, he did have one glimpse of good of his old self in one game. That's it. It was this past one. Will that continue? We're about to find out.
EPL players struggle in La Liga. Though.
That's what that-
It's
and-
always been like that.
Ironically
I've
enough,
always-
Gareth
I've always-
Bell hasn't though. He's just been injury prone. But if,
I think
when
that's-
he's,
I do want to
I think
bring
that's-
him
that's-
up.
like a
you can run as
personal
fast as
problem,
Gareth
man.
Bell,
Look,
bro.
I
You
do-
can run,
I-
you
I-
can run past the issues.
I do want to bring him up, but I'm gonna leave it to the end because there was a question that was asked to Carvajal recently, and I just want to bring it up to you guys, but I'll leave it to the end.
Okay.
But I do want to look up players that came from EPL to La Liga and how successful were they when they
That's
moved
interesting.
over.
That's an
Like
interesting topic.
Fabregas, he struggles so much
in Barcelona, yeah,
in Barcelona.
when he came
Well,
when he left Arsenal in the beginning,
Yeah, in the
he
beginning,
found
he
his form
won,
later on.
like,
Um,
but like at the same token, you could turn around the coin and say Thierry Henry, who did amazing when he came over. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what. So
Fuck you, Eddie.
maybe for a future
Doesn't
segment, we can look into that. EPL players coming to the league and how successful were they? How long did it take them to find success within
Well,
the whatever team they went to?
To any listener or viewer out there, we're planning our podcast for the future on
Yeah, there you
live
go.
recording. So and let us know if you what you, let us
For
know
real,
what
we're
players
getting
you want to hear.
We're getting into some
don't
planning.
know.
Next 5, because I mentioned there was 3 groups here.
Yeah.
The next 5 that I'm
Wait,
gonna fire off.
You guys didn't give any grades to anybody. Am I the only teacher here?
Listen, well, I agree with everything that you've given so far. I'm also obviously skipping Maguire because
Jeez.
Nah, you can't skip Maguire.
Oh, we can't
No,
skip
no,
Maguire.
you
I
cannot skip
I haven't
Nah,
seen
nah,
his
nah,
stats.
nah, you can't skip it.
Nobody forgot about him.
yo, why are you guys gonna gun on my boy?
Nobody
Listen,
forgot
man,
about him.
Trust me, I'm gonna hear it next. So
I mean, if
Two times because there was also Ramsey in
if
there.
we had started this podcast like 3 years ago, then you would have gunned on John Stones. So
I would have, yeah, I would have.
all right, so talk to me, more. Henry Maguire. What's going on with him?
So Harry Maguire, as much as I would like to boast about him being a leader and leading out the back and stuff like that, looking at his clean sheets so far, he only has 2 in the Prem, 2 out of 12 matches. And yes, although that can be considered like a team stat, you would expect more for someone that came for more than 80 mil. The other thing that doesn't make it any more helpful to him, even though I'm going to throw in another name in there, the fact that Kaglar Soyuncu has been doing so well for Leicester City, not only scoring but keeping clean sheets for them, I think that makes it even worse. That really, from what's been like a lackluster, I would even be generous and be like a C+ performance. That would bring it closer to like a C- or even like a D.
but do you so much blame that on the player or the system?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like it can be a system thing because clean sheets is, that's the whole team together.
Yeah.
But this is a defender that you brought in specifically
To fix that.
to
problem.
fix that problem. Now, of course, can he be superhero? Maybe, maybe not. But he's supposed to be starting somewhere. I would expect for him to have more clean sheets than De Ligt, and he doesn't have De Ligt, and that's someone that we're talking about right now. That went for around the same price. Who's
Yeah.
much younger. This is a guy who's experienced in the Prem, who's won it already, and who had like an amazing season. So
He
he
hasn't won it.
understands. No, sorry. Yes, we went over that. He came from a team that at least has that kind of
Mentality,
discipline
yeah.
Correct.
or mentality.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
He played.
So-
He was learning under Wes Morgan, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's anyway.
That's-
I
that's
would
a champion
if I had to
right
give him a letter to be completely unbiased and realistic, I would even be as low as like a D.
I'll shoot that.
I'd put it a D. He's shown glimpses and he's taken on the captain's armband, stuff like that. But like literally, his fan song is about his head is so damn big because he scores and he hasn't scored once yet.
Yeah, I mean,
He got his first assist though after VAR confirmed it like 2 days later. I don't know if you guys saw that.
no,
Nah, I didn't see that.
They gave it was originally an own goal and then VAR was like literally United posted about it like, oh, the goal's been awarded to Scott McTominay because it didn't have any influence from the opposition. And then Harry Maguire quoted that tweet and he was like, does that mean I got the assist? Like this guy's like
He's looking for it.
Bro,
He's looking for it.
This, bro.
I mean,
If you can't get on the field, bro, he's gonna have to get on Twitter.
Hey,
Reaching,
man.
reaching.
but
Okay,
jokes
fair enough.
aside,
Fair enough.
2 clean sheets. Yes, they haven't been scored on in Europa, but these are arguably lower league opposition. Nothing close to what that's
was
expected. You know, that's the word. So yeah,
And
That's what I
mean,
give.
If it's cool with you, I think it's a good segue to who I was gonna bring up, which is the next group of 5, which
next
is Pepe.
group of 5. Yes, next group of 5. Let me read them out real quick
yeah,
so that our listeners will know. So we're gonna examine right here: Lucas Hernandez, Nicolas Pepe, Frankie De Jong, Rodri,
Frankie.
and Romelu Lukaku.
Um,
Yeah, I know how I feel about
Romelu
that.
Lukaku.
I mean, just
Romelu Lukaku.
just
No.
given the conversation about formations and even coaches systems not helping the players out, I think Pepe is a victim to that.
Sure.
And I'll tell you why.
I'll give you that.
With 11 appearances, he only has 2 Europa goals. Phenomenal. He saved us actually in there, and one goal in the league and 2 assists in the league. He is second behind Lacazette for shots per game in 90 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's about Aubameyang. So he's trying, you know, he's producing on the opposite end of the field. It's not going.
It's not clinical.
His quality maybe isn't there yet. It's not clinical, but he's doing something. He's doing what's expected of him
Mm-hmm.
as far as that goes.
It's only a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time. Also,
I mean, that's what you guys said a month in or 2 weeks in when he got his first goal. It's only a matter of time.
it's only a matter of time. But
People
when
were quoting Henri. It's only a matter of time.
but remember what I just said. I'm blaming the system as well
That's true.
because
Yeah, that's fine.
the guy who's been asking for a winger isn't even starting him anymore.
Isn't playing, and then he isn't playing.
and he's playing him for the last 20 minutes of game, which I mean,
All right.
realistically, he's
I'll
not
give
going to
you-
do that much.
I'll give him that carrot.
So with that being said, I mean, granted, yes, he hasn't put in the numbers in that we were all hoping for, but still, he's producing on the other end. He's not getting the goals, unfortunately. I'm gonna give him a C plus.
C plus. He's getting outscored by Daniel James still, who costs a fifth of his price.
Man, price aside, man, we all know it's an inflated market. That's why when you brought up the Harry Maguire thing, I didn't mention anything because I think he's overpriced, and I think you
Fair.
agree with me on that.
I think Leicester City just saw that Manchester United really needed a player.
And they're like, here you
And
go.
they're like, here you go,
Here's this
80
little
million.
price tag.
Would you want him?
That's fine.
You're like, yeah.
The
We're
thing,
like,
the
all
thing
right.
is, like, Manchester United was stuck.
Same
in a
for
rock,
Lil, bro.
You know, rock in a hard place because they needed a defender, but they couldn't buy anybody other than an English player, so they really had no choice.
They saw Cha-Ching, bro.
They saw
That's
Cha-Ching and they
the-
cashed
So
out.
I mentioned to him like, yo, with that money you could have got Koulibaly, but now I
Yeah.
know that they really couldn't even put an offer in
Yeah.
because he wasn't English.
Yeah,
so.
where I got the list of the pricing and stuff, they said the actual market value of the players, and for a lot of them, it's like for some are actually higher, but for the like Pepe
80 mil.
and it's a little.
Oh yeah,
it's a
well, all
little too
the
high.
all the
Little high.
incentives behind it, correct, that come along with the tag price, I guess you could say.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, yeah, I gave him a solid C plus. Who else do you have on the list?
Let's how about Lucas Hernandez at Bayern Munich? Gone for 80 mil. They have had, I think, a spectacular season thanks to Lewandowski.
Let me call
But-
that. Yo,
But
No, for real. Yes, but sadly he just got injured,
Mhm.
and I think he's gonna be out for a minute.
So it's more like a non-factor.
TBT.
To be determined.
Yeah, TBD.
Because as of right now, he has played 2 different positions, a left back and a center back that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I don't,
He's done well
I mean,
on
I
each
do
one.
understand it, but
But Alba came back, so he went back to being center back.
Yeah.
But I think he just got injured, and I think it's gonna be at least a couple months.
What's that grade you get in college if you don't go to your classes, but you don't fail? Like at the same time, you don't get the credits for it.
Was that teacher's withdrawal?
Is it a withdrawal? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Didn't
think
go
it's a
to
W
college.
for
Yeah.
withdrawal.
So you,
All right, W for
we'll
Lucas
give him a
Hernandez.
W.
I think it's that. Next one on the list, Frankie De Jong. I think this is the only guy that I'm gonna shout out as being actually worth the 75 mil
Hell
for
yeah.
Barcelona. He hasn't. I don't watch Barcelona football.
Yeah,
I'll
right.
admit, but from what I've heard, and from some of the appearances he's had, he's actually shown that he can be pretty pivotal when it comes to chance creation.
He's definitely gonna take over, if not already, Rakitich's position.
yes.
Like, I know he's not as silky smooth as like Iniesta, but
Kid is filthy. Yeah.
he's nasty.
So that's so far he's doing okay, or above okay.
Yeah, he's in that area.
But he's very
he's
young.
like he's okay, and then he shows glimpses of
Yeah,
great,
like
but
what
he's
what to expect from him in the next couple years.
From 12
So-
out of 12 matches, he's played all 12, and he
Uh-huh.
has a 92% pass accuracy.
I was looking at that right now.
That's
too, man.
insane.
That
That's
is
crazy.
insane.
But I mean, at the same time, it's like Barcelona's possession. Like
That's
Yeah,
true.
That's
Like,
what
you-
they're known for.
you kind of have to take that in consideration because like you can say the same thing about like somebody playing for Man City.
Yeah, it's all about that tiki taka, that
Yeah.
fast pace, passing, which he's gonna have to have. And then what is it, 92? It's good. I think
92%, man.
I think between 90 and 95 is the standard for for any Barcelona player.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, Eddie, I don't know, man. You watch him a lot more than we do. What do you give him a rating for?
Let's get a great rating, my man.
I'll give him a B with the the little teacher remark on the bottom that says
Nah,
I like
my
that.
man's
I like
handing
that.
out
I like that. I
potential
like
for
that.
greatness.
handing out
that.
gold
Like-
star stickers. Get out of here.
Yeah, a B with 2 stars, with 2 gold stars right next to him.
Next thing you know, I give him a little scratch sticker.
Scratch and sniff.
Yeah, scratch it, bro.
He walked up to him and went,
I respect
"Here's
that.
here's
though.
a
I
little
respect
star on your
that.
forehead."
I kind
You
of
did
it's kind
good.
of upsetting
The-
that good ratings are going to Barcelona players right now.
Depending
Sucks, but
how
yes.
the season turns out, he might be my next name jersey. So
Respect.
good
I mean,
shit,
look,
good shit.
he's not an asshole yet, so.
No, he isn't. He's still a young kid. He still hasn't learned the Barcelona way.
So now here's someone that I definitely don't know anything about, but Rodri is the next one on the list, and I just looked this up for Man City, the defensive. Pep told us to practice tactical fouls type of player.
I like his
So
response to that.
he's featured in 10 matches out of 12, and he also has a 92% pass accuracy.
sounds like tiki taka.
While so the total passes that Frankie De Jong has put in is counted at 698, and Rodri has put in 731. So he has the same pass accuracy with a few more passes stuck in there, while having featured for less. Does that mean he should be on the same grade? Would you guys even think about having both of those players in the same conversation now that you're hearing
Frankie
these
de Jong
numbers?
and Rodri?
Yeah.
I'd say yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they played 2 different positions, but yeah.
Yeah, one CDM
I mean,
and you're more attacking.
I honestly
He's more
don't
center
watch Man
midfielder.
City, so I can't even tell you.
Not
just
even
given-
Man City fans watch Man City because they're not at the stadium.
just given what Rodri has done, but at least what I've seen of him during the big games,
Yeah.
he's definitely a big asset to the team. He's no Fernandinho, of course. I mean, CDM wise, Fernandinho is a different animal. But Rodri, he's definitely putting the numbers up. I'm actually looking at the stats again. The passes led to shots per 90 minutes, and he's up there, man. He's up there with the likes of. He's actually ahead of De Jong when it comes to those numbers individually. So,
All right.
Okay.
just based off of that alone, let me see where he rates in the on the actual chart against his team. I mean, it's kind of hard. You have fucking everybody on that team that makes fucking phenomenal passes.
Exactly.
So, but what I will tell you though, he is above the 1 point mark. So he's at least making one key pass per game. For a
Yeah.
CDM, I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty good.
So what do you give him though? You gave Frankie De Jong a solid B with gold stars. Does that mean
just no?
does that mean Rodri deserves the same? Maybe one more.
I guess if they're sitting in the same class next to each other, I'm gonna have to. Give the same grade, right?
Who's cheating off of who?
Yeah, who's cheating off of who
That's
exactly?
the one thing you
Yeah,
can't
same-
say
same-
because
same grade. Yeah.
yeah.
Now I'm actually kind of excited to get into this last one. Romelu Lukaku.
This.
This is an Eddie conversation because this is between y'all two because
Yeah.
Inter is Eddie's
Bro.
team.
All right, so for first touch, I give him a 0. For passing, I give him a 2. But for scoring, yeah. you're ready.
Nah, bro. For scoring, I've already mentioned it on this pod, man. When it comes to big games, your boy's gone missing. You can put him past lower league sides, bottom half sides all day if he wants to. But when it really matters, where does he go?
Well, I mean, there's not be too critical on him. He is leading Inter in goals.
Sure.
He is
Sure.
leading Inter in
Because he's
goals.
had hat tricks against 17th place
Look,
Sassuolo.
right now it's about the stats, not who they played.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
As harsh and as fucked up as it sounds, it's about the stats right now.
I think it's kind of harsh, man.
And
So does that mean I can bring up his 0 goals against Juve and his 0 goals against Dortmund
Hey, yeah, if that's
when they were leading Dortmund?
if you want. I mean,
Now I got quiet.
I
I got
mean-
quiet because
I
I bring up
mean-
another set of numbers and then
I mean, I think it's an overall, but
listen. I think for 65 mil, how much did Martinez go for to enter?
Laturo?
Yeah,
12.
12 what?
12 mil.
12 million, right?
but where's he coming from?
Okay.
Somewhere in Argentina.
Somewhere. I don't know.
oh, so
Yeah.
like a team that would just fork up anything for like.
Yeah,
$1
they'll be
million.
happy with the 12
I
million.
mean, they're two different type of players,
Yeah,
though.
they are different type of players, and I mean, again, he has 9 goals. He has no assists. Yeah, and
Yeah, he played-
He maybe doesn't show up.
He
for the
played
big
for
games.
Racing Club in Argentina.
Yeah.
So
3
maybe
years.
Lukaku does disappear for the big games, but when we talk about how they produced for their team, he has. Where's
Those-
Inter at right now in the league?
Second.
Second. Where were they at last year?
The way they finished?
Yeah.
4th.
Where were they around this time last year? Do you remember?
Around this time last year, we were 7th. We were outside the top 4.
Listen, they've consistently been putting the pressure on Juventus right now.
Yeah, I actually think that's
And-
gonna be this is gonna be to the end.
Yeah, and I think that's a huge factor to the players they brought in. Lukaku, Alexis Sanchez.
Well, he's injured.
He's injured now.
Yeah, good. I mean,
January.
yeah, that sucks. and that guy you guys just mentioned right now,
Laturo.
Laturo, yeah, I think Lukaku, although as much as you hate him, if he's scoring against the little teams and the other guys aren't, that's what you need for a player to do. Just like Neymar, when he's not there, PSG can't win, but when he is there,
Oh my
Neymar.
god, yo.
Yeah.
My
Got-
god.
I'm going to Paris in 3 weeks. You have to find
Any-
out.
Any opportunity this
you
guy
going
gets to
Paris
shout
in
out
3
Neymar.
weeks?
Yeah.
Sí, güey, puta, yo. You going with your brother?
Yeah, business. So we'll talk about
Oh
it
my
after.
man.
I know where you're going with it, so that's
My
dope.
man.
Good for you, man.
putas. I'm sorry.
So let's
else we got?
see. I want to look up actually. Yeah. Okay. So 9, and then your boy here, Lautaro Javier. Okay, 5 and 3 in
Different
Champions League
position. He
though.
plays a different position.
Yeah, and like I
Plays
said,
behind
man.
Lukaku.
If that's
Was it-
Nah, they've
was
been
it
played
cam or
as
center
a
field?
as a 2-striker system. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but a player like Lautaro wouldn't play a 2-striker system. He'll play behind Lukaku because like the ball will be launched to Lukaku, and Lukaku all he do is header it to the left,
that's
header to
it.
the right, or header forward, and
That's it.
that's it.
Yeah, I
Basically,
guess
pretty
so.
much.
All right, so I'm obviously a very open Lukaku hater. We need a grade for this guy right now.
this
Something
for
that we
you-
can
this for
all
you
agree
guys.
on.
This is for you guys because that's your
Well,
ex-player
alright,
and that's
alright.
your current player.
You give him a grade, you give him a grade, and we'll just match them up
We'll
together.
average
And,
What
and
the
we'll
average?
it out.
Average it.
Well, his is gonna bring him down. Nah, if
Keep
I
it on
give
Diego.
Frankie a B, I'll give Lukaku a B minus.
You know what? Just for time's sake, I'll agree with a B minus. I'll be happy with a B minus.
Okay.
As long
respect.
as Lautaro gets an A.
Oh yeah, I'll give Lautaro.
All right, bet. All right, cool.
Alright.
Easy
Is that
money.
that's the second 5? No, guys,
That's it. That's the second 5, which
the
means
last
we're in the
5.
last 5 who are players who went for free.
Or
For
loan.
free or loan, which I guess we're going to technically count as because even though wages are paid, there is no price tag to these players. So the last 5 here that I'm going to shout off to you guys: Aaron Ramsey, Ryan Babel, Philip Coutinho, Mauro Icardi, and Giovanni Lo Celso.
You missed a couple though. But I can think of one. I don't know
Who?
why you didn't want to name him. He plays for Roma.
Who?
Listen,
Why'd
if-
you skip over
if-
that? Why'd
if-
you skip over
because
it? Though?
if
Why'd
we
you
put
skip
him-
over it?
Oh,
if we put him in though, like it'd be conversation over. All these guys will accuse me of being United biased and everything. So we're not gonna talk about Smaldini right now. It's all
I mean,
good.
he has been kind of killing it though.
We will talk about these.
you should definitely talk about it.
Talk about
Fuck it.
these lower quality players.
Can't be talking about Sanchez because he got injured. So
Yeah. All right. So Aaron Ramsey.
I obviously I put some stats up being an ex-Arsenal player. 5 appearances in the league. I'm just keeping it to the league because I haven't really watched him in the Champions
Sure.
or anything. So
Yeah.
he's the only midfielder besides Pjanic to have a goal in 5 appearances. I don't think that's bad.
Which is actually pretty
No.
I think that's pretty solid. His shots per 90 are 2.19. Meaning, what's up?
Can I ask, is that goal the one that he stole from
Yes.
Ronaldo?
I think.
Okay, go for it. Sorry, I just
Goal's a
wanted to
goal.
know.
You know, the keeper could have gone.
It was
there.
that
You
shit
don't
was
know.
on the line, yo. It's
I know
still on
Ronaldo
him.
was
I know. I think he said sorry to him afterwards.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you
they
pointed
did.
at him. I was like, yeah, you muff. You
I,
muff.
I think it was like a hat trick for Ronaldo at that
Yeah.
point, and he
Nah,
touched
it
it.
would
It
have
would've
been
been
his
his
first
first free kick.
Oh, my bad, my
First
bad.
free
Yeah,
kick you successfully would have
Yeah,
scored.
Wow for him too.
And Ramsey pokes it in.
Okay, continue, my bad.
So
sure.
2.9
2.19 shots
Oh,
per
2.19.
game, shots per 90, and that's actually just behind like Aguero. I'm sorry, Aguero, Higuain, Ronaldo, Dybala, like the main attackers. He's right behind them.
Okay.
Just 5 games. Given that alone, he's producing on the attacking front.
We had to take in mind that it was for.
It's for nil, exactly for zero, for not 1 penny. He went for free. All they're paying is salary. So just based off of that alone, I think that's a phenomenal pickup. So that transfer, I'm gonna grade it. I saw a B plus.
So we're grading the transfer.
I would have given it.
Well,
Oh, yeah, okay,
I'm
B
grading
plus.
what he's done for the team for the price he's gone in. So I'm taking all of it into perspective right now.
And you only have 5 games. to
He only
trade
has
him
5
on.
Yeah.
games, so it's kind of and you're trying to overtake the Khediras, the Pjaniches, the Matuidis, all them, and
Yeah.
and he's actually gone.
Yeah.
His numbers alone are better than theirs.
Yeah, and,
So I think it's pretty good.
and the rough part is they have a stacked midfield. If you start looking at it, they have a
They
stacked
do, man.
midfield.
They have depth.
I'm surprised that Ramsey have actually played 5 games.
Yeah.
They have a
just,
lot. They
just
have
for
a
those
lot
hard
of
games,
players.
he makes his presence known. He's getting the shots off. He's getting the passes off. So I'm gonna give him a B plus.
All right. What about now? This one, I'll have to admit I don't know much of. Even though I did see him in Champions League, Ryan Babel for Galatasaray. So this is the guy with
Right here.
Yeah, the red hair.
the flaming
Like-
hot Cheeto hair.
Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't really followed him since he left Liverpool. So whatever. You
He
guys
is.
say.
I think he's also in his like mid 30s.
Yeah, he's in mid
like
30s.
34?
I've seen him play twice. All I can tell you is he is killing it with Galatasaray in terms of like his just dominance. In
I
league,
think he has the
can't
most
tell
goals
you.
for them. Doesn't
Yeah.
he? Something like that. I
Something
remember
like
reading
that. Like he's doing really well, and he went for
Isn't
free.
Falcao on the squad too?
Falcao's also on
But
that
I
squad.
think he's injured.
Yeah, he hasn't
Poor
featured
guy.
for that.
Actually, I heard
Falcao
something
to
else
me.
about Galatasaray, but I'll leave it for last.
Interesting.
But yeah, so he's doing it really well. This past game against Real Madrid, they walked away with 0, of course. But the previous one, he was there, and so that's why I wanted to bring him in because he went in for free.
Yeah, man. These
And
free transfers
free
are
transfer
stepping up.
and stepping up again. Galatasaray is, I want to call it inferior league, but not a big league. But for
Yeah,
what
it's
it's
not a top
worth,
5 league.
it's still.
Until you
He's
look
still
at their
there.
fans. You're like,
Yeah,
I know,
there's-
and
yeah,
exactly.
yeah, they have one of
Oh,
the
fan
craziest
base is
fans.
there.
welcome to hell and shit.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
What else we got on the list?
So for the squad, I'll shout out Ryan Babel, 4 goals, 32 years old, and right now he's outscoring
You-
Falcao. Obviously,
I'm sorry, you didn't put Pulisic in the second list?
nah, bro, come on, really?
I mean,
No way.
I mean,
What did they
he
pay
des-
for him?
he deserves to be there.
60 something?
60 something?
Yeah.
He's
I
in the
think-
second tier.
I think I think the
He's
cheapest
a
that we hit
second
was
tier
70.
and a top on a top level team.
Bro, no way, no way,
Yeah, we'll leave that for discussion.
no way. Florian Andone. Let me see how many he has. 2 goals. So the last 3 guys that we have here, Coutinho, Icardi, and Giovanni Lo Celso. Who would you drop from that conversation? I already know really quick.
Can we say it again? Say it again.
Coutinho, Icardi, Lo Celso.
Lo
Who would I
Celso.
drop? What do you mean?
Who would you not even speak
Lo
about?
Celso.
Chelsea?
Irrelevant.
Yeah, because he hasn't played.
Yes,
He hasn't
but-
even featured for his team,
Yeah.
and he's not injured. I don't think,
He
which
just-
is really weird. So why isn't he being played?
Because they're giving Erickson the time, and Erickson doesn't want to play.
Eric hasn't played that much either. He's been sitting the bench a lot.
And Lamelo's been playing, so.
Yeah.
Listen, shout out Lo Celso, fellow bench warmer. He knows what it's like.
Welcome. The bench
So
always warm.
so do
Here
we.
too.
Bench is always warm.
Not too warm tonight.
All right,
but-
so between Coutinho and Icardi, let's make it that. Who's performing better?
Two different positions.
I think Icardi.
I would
recently.
give it to Coutinho just because, like, Icardi really hasn't done anything and he needs to do something because Neymar hasn't been there. So.
I would argue against
He's
that. I'm
scoring
pretty sure
goals.
Icardi's been banging them in for PSG.
They ain't winning games.
Yeah, he ain't winning games.
Well,
and,
he lost
Oh
one
my
and
God.
if you're talking about,
Neymar
like,
has missed more games than he's played.
but every game that he's played, he scored. So
Every game that he's played.
I
I
mean,
don't know about that.
Champions League last week. PSG won. Club Brugge 0. Guess who scored? Not Neymar. It was Icardi.
And
Alright, so
what? They walk away with what? With the dub. Yeah.
Yeah, they walked away with the dub.
Oh, you guys are Icardi fans now?
No,
Neymar
but
wins
I
games.
really don't
Icardi
care.
wins games. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm just.
Nah,
I'm a hater.
but no. If we're talking about, if we're talking about competition,
Yeah.
the French league is, I think, in no comparison to the German league,
This year.
and every year.
Every year.
I don't know,
You gotta tell me the
man.
French league has been better than the German league in the past 5 years?
I think it's equal.
What?
Stop.
No. You sound crazy right now.
Who's won it in every past?
We're
couple
talking
years?
about competition, though.
Who's won it? Who's won it? And
Hold on.
Ligue
You're
1?
gonna tell,
hold
you're
on,
gonna
hold
tell me
on.
if
PSG.
you take the top 4 Bundesliga squads and put them in the French league, they're not all gonna take all the French teams out.
Yeah, man, you sound crazy saying that right now.
Bro,
Exactly.
I just want to say I tried to
mean-
look up stats for both Neymar and Icardi in the Champions League. There's literally nothing for Neymar because he hasn't even freaking featured for them in
he's
Champions
that
League.
good.
Stop, bro.
The rest of him.
He's like
Stop.
good.
Like, we'll
Right.
use you when we need you.
Yo,
Let me-
Neymar, when I see you, bro, I'm hugging you.
Let me
bro.
put out a number real quick. Let me put
Hold
out a
on
number
a
real
sec.
quick. Your boy Neymar, 4 goals in 5 matches played, 5 out of 13. All right.
0.8 something.
Our boy Mauro Icardi, 4 matches played in Champions League, 4 goals. That's Champions League, where Neymar has 0.
Don't call him our
Because he
boy.
hasn't played, but okay.
All right, Icardi,
Alright, maybe,
6 matches
I'm
played,
being biased 'cause I don't
5
like Icardi
goals.
The way he left, so.
5 goals, 5 goals. Since when is 4 more than 5, bro?
Listen.
And you can't throw that he
Linda,
hasn't
Linda,
featured.
listen.
I
No,
thought
listen.
now he's backing up.
The argument is Neymar clutch when he plays his clutch.
Oh,
Well,
my
the thing is
God.
that-
We're
Am I
not
right or
saying
wrong?
that.
Wait.
That's
How
a
is this end up in
completely
Neymar?
That's the entire
Yo,
time.
yo,
No, he clutch
my
when he
man,
plays.
yo.
He's clutch when he plays.
No.
I never say he's better than
It's
Icardi, but I
Neymar
said
represented over there, bro.
I'm saying, is he clutch when he plays? Hey.
This
Somebody
became
gotta
a-
protect the boy.
Listen, Marco.
He's going in Eddie's luggage.
I'm gonna say this right now. I take Neymar over Hazard at the very moment.
Oh my! Why?
Injured?
So he can say injured?
Hazard so he's doing anything, and he's not injured.
Oh my!
His
No.
body on the field.
Listen,
Hazard's literally a wooden plank on the field. That's all he is.
Icardi.
Eddie, what's the wood plank name?
Blank.
Plank?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Plank. That's
Yeah.
it.
I
Listen,
thought it was like an actual name.
all I got to
It's
say,
fine.
I have one thing to say. Shout out to Fernando, wherever you are. I have one thing to say and one thing only. Icardi 5, Neymar 4.
How many goals does Icardi have?
5 goals.
Games.
He has 6.
How many does Neymar have?
5.
So the
Sounds
same
pretty
goal
much
differential
the
then.
same.
What are you talking
It's like
about?
What are you talking about?
It's the
0.83.
same difference then.
Bro, because
He
he's
has
been
one more
out.
game and 1 extra goal. Neymar has 1 less game and this 1 less goal. It's the same stat.
Okay, cool.
They're tied.
Now for
They're
Champions
tied,
now-
exactly.
okay, so then what happens with Champions League?
He's not playing
He's not
Champions League.
playing,
That's
so it's
irrelevant.
Champions.
so
That's
you just said he's
irrelevant.
not playing that game, so that's relevant. So he hasn't
No,
played. He's
we're
played 1 less
comparing
game.
them in the
that's
league. We're comparing them in the league.
No.
think
you
I'm
you're
not
losing
comparing
him
them to
there.
Champions League. If we look at overall Champions League performances, Neymar completely outdoes Icardi.
No.
Yes.
No, I'm talking about
Look at
this
the past stats.
this
Look at the past
season.
stats.
This season as players.
Oh my God.
For PSG, who's
you
been
know
more
what you're asking me
clinical?
right now? You
Who's
know what
been
you're
more
asking me.
clinical?
You know what you're asking me right now for Champions League.
Icardi.
So look, this is
Hypotheticals.
how Diego's common sense works right now. He's telling me because Neymar isn't playing Champions League, Icardi's better. Of course, Icardi's better in Champions League. It's like me saying Manchester United is better than half the teams in Champions League, but they're not even there, so it's irrelevant. That's not the point. He's
Nah,
not there.
bro.
Neymar's not playing.
Bro,
when he starts playing,
does that
when
to
we start
himself.
seeing the
He
games
does that to
played,
himself.
I
Oh, he
get
does
it.
himself.
I
He
get
gets
it.
kicked.
I get it.
Neymar does that to
Look,
himself.
bro, listen, I get it. If you don't like him because he's hurt half the time, that's on you. Bale's hurt half the time, but his numbers still prove his worth.
I just have one question.
Neymar is hurt half the time, his numbers prove his
How
worth.
the fuck did we end up with Neymar conversation?
My man,
Because my
we were
man
talking
always
about
hijack-
Icardi.
Listen,
we were
Because
rating
Eric always
Icardi
wants to make it about
performance.
Neymar. As
No,
soon as
no,
you heard
I-
Icardi
I
is
Yo,
started
bash on
going
Neymar all
over.
the time.
I-
I gotta protect him.
It's like the fact that you guys can't acknowledge the fact that he's a clutch player is
As of right now,
blows
I'll
my
take
mind.
Coutinho
No.
over Neymar any day of the day. A week.
Actually, I would too because he's playing.
Exactly.
Right,
That's why.
he's doing pretty
Take
good.
Icardi over him
Hey,
because
he's
he's
doing pretty
playing.
good.
That's it.
No, but that's not what you're saying though.
That is what I'm saying.
No, that wasn't what you're
Icardi's-
saying. That was
Icardi's-
not what you were saying.
Icardi's
whatsoever.
playing more.
Apologize.
Icardi's
Your
playing
debate
more.
was Icardi is better than Neymar this year in Champions League because he's played 5 games or whatever.
You just said you take Coutinho because he's been playing more. Hasn't Icardi done the same thing?
Dude,
He's played more.
Words around, man. You're such a United fan. All right, next player.
That's
Next
why
player.
United,
Next
yo.
player.
Oh
next
my
player, man.
God.
Dude,
Listen.
I just find it funny
From-
how you quickly
I was just dancing to the
change
camera.
it around. You change it around so quick, bro. Oh my God, it blows my mind. You guys noticed it. You guys noticed it.
Oh, I muted them
Listen.
all. I'm kidding.
All I know
Neymar
is
was
that-
not
Listen,
on
you
that
guys
list.
noticed it.
Neymar was never mentioned on that.
Neymar's on every
on that
list,
short
bro.
list.
Neymar's on every list.
That's
If
what
it was,
you-
it would
that's
have
what
been
you guys
2
I
think.
was
years ago.
trying
It
to-
would have been on it.
Before we got into this, I was trying to go to the next player, but then you're like, oh look, the Champions League stat. That's irrelevant. So whatever.
Irrelevant. That's their team. That's their output. He came on alone and he's doing it big for them.
Yeah, he is. Not in Liga though. Not Liga. Apparently.
All right, whatever. Just
Yeah,
because
they're
they're
Where-
Neymar all day.
Facts, bro. But back to Marco's point. Ligue 1 compared to German league.
Oh, come on. You got.
No, that deserves a slap in the
Look,
face
look,
for that
look,
comment.
look,
Thank-
look,
dude,
look.
hold on.
We were past
Give me
this
your
already.
logic. Give me your logic.
We were
for that.
past this already.
No, give me your logic for
Diego,
this.
please make a meme of that.
Please.
What?
He
Which
says
one? Which
that
one?
Ligue
He still
1
owes
is
me
the
one. He
same
still
as
owes me
the
one.
German league.
No, no.
Over Bundesliga.
You have to do it, but before you do that, you have to do the other one.
No, so honestly, were you just talking out of your ass, or do you really mean that?
Nah, just second.
That makes more sense then.
No,
that makes
like-
more sense.
I'm
I'm about to
Look,
say,
could
bro.
get second
Come
place.
on,
Fucking
man.
bro.
Like, you
Any-
tell me,
anybody,
you
anyone.
compared the French league to the German league, yo, completely different
Hell
competition.
no, bro.
Oh my God.
just rate
What
them
else do we
equally.
have in there?
That's it. Those are the last 5. You know what? I'm compelled to say right now. Icardi over Neymar for this season.
As of right now,
Would you shake on Icardi outscoring Neymar? I don't care if he's injured or not. That's his problem. He should be fit. He should watch after
so
himself.
wait,
Talking
hold
about
on.
overall
I can see
goals?
him like Gareth Bale, man. That's whatever. Are you telling me if they're both playing the same amount of games, or we're looking
Correct.
at if they're both playing the same amount of games?
Let's put it at that.
I
No,
think
base,
Neymar has
base,
more
base,
goals,
base
hands
it
down.
off of amount of games versus amount of goals that they scored at the end of the season. You percentage wise.
Oh,
You would think Neymar's going to be more clinical?
I'd say so.
Yeah, I say Neymar.
No way.
Look at the past,
Alright,
bro.
so
no
then
way.
Look at the past numbers.
No way.
Create a challenge and we'll do it at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, bro.
you still owe Edgar a.
I owe Edgar but Edgar's not here.
I
bro.
know you're never guys. You guys.
He only
never
shows
together.
up when he
Christmas-
I don't want to keep dumping this Neymar conversation, but
Christmas
I mean,
special.
look at the past numbers. It speaks for itself. I can't say anything else more than that.
Yeah, it's he has played less games than he's played for whatchamacallit. He's
You
been
can't
more
even talk.
time
You can't even
injured.
talk. You lost in the
He's
word.
Bro,
spent more
played-
time injured than playing on
spent
the
more
field.
time
When he's
injured.
on the pitch, he scores.
That's
spend
what
more
I'm saying.
time
That's my
injured.
He's on the
point.
pitch,
He has
scores.
more
And he
goals
won-
than games
he won
played.
what? The
He
league
has
only.
more goals than games played.
Wait, what was it? What was the goal to go to PSG? Oh yeah, he hasn't
Okay,
accomplished that yet, right?
One you got on loan and the other you paid over 200 million for.
Okay.
You want to talk about price?
I mean, no. I said before. I don't count pricing right now because
no.
it's an overinflated market. I've been said that.
Well, even Neymar's transfer window.
That was
just
completely
fucking
overpriced.
Stupid.
I just think that was overpriced.
I do too. At
Can
least
we
we
stop
agree on
talking-
that.
I'm gonna become Edgar. Can we stop talking about Neymar,
Man,
please?
you guys just
brought
can't.
it up,
You guys
yeah,
can't
yeah,
see
brought
the
it
numbers,
up,
man.
so-
You guys
No
blind
way.
to the numbers.
No way, man.
When
It's always
when
going to be.
when it's in their favor, they're quick. Oh, look at this statistic. Look at this statistic. But when it's
You still
quickly
haven't.
against,
You still have not
nah,
mentioned
verga,
a
yo.
statistic where Neymar has Icardi beat.
Was that
I'll give you time. I'll give you time for next week.
Injures?
No.
Season
I'll give you,
or
yes,
overall?
right now because they're both playing on the same team.
They have the same goal tally, bro. It's
Bro.
just one game less.
But no, I don't understand how you guys are saying he has one game less. He's missed a game, but you don't count the other games he's missed in the most important freaking competition that PSG has this season.
In champions.
Yeah.
He hasn't
Okay,
touched
but
it because he's
not
injured.
there, so we
not
can't
there,
talk
he's
about.
Will he
that.
play it? I don't know.
But if he plays it and does nothing, then okay, I will eat crow. But he hasn't played it. How am I gonna defend something that hasn't occurred yet?
Bro, I'm stuck on the fact that
Isn't
you're
Neymar supposed to be
literally
back after international break anyway. So
apparently
If he
Oh,
is
then
back, and then
we'll have this
after.
conversation then.
After,
yeah.
When after he plays,
All right.
after he has the same amount of games played as he got it, then I'll come
So
to you
In
later.
Champions
All
League.
right, in
the
Champions
Neymar
League.
conversation is to be determined. We will talk about it. I can't talk to you, so I might as well talk to the
Oh
camera.
my god, yo! I'm just like mind blown right now.
Yeah.
man. I'm
In
mind
December,
blown,
we will
bro.
recap
Mind
this.
blown.
If Neymar comes back from injury and if he starts playing again.
All right, ladies
But
and gents.
between
What do you
now
have?
and his sister's birthday, he will get injured again.
Probably.
For real.
Probably.
Was this his birthday in March?
March.
Yeah, March.
So,
More games missed.
I mean, honestly, with you guys, I think I'm good to end it there.
Yeah,
Just
man.
get to halftime and then call it a night.
Yeah,
Sure.
we have international break, so there's not much action going on club wise. But Marco, you're about to say something.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, your
Yeah.
the
So
questions that you bring up early on.
yeah. I went to the end because I didn't want to
Yeah.
interrupt.
It's like
I'm
it's like,
trying
hey
to
guys,
learn
I
from
want to tell you
something.
something about
There it
you
is.
later.
Is it Neymar
So-
question?
Actually,
No, no, please.
it's about an injured player, but
Okay.
they asked a reporter asked Carvajal specifically.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were saying that.
What does he think of if a player he said if you get injured today, right now that you're playing for your international team, you're out for a month, right when you're getting back into shape, you decide not to play for your team, your current team, and go straight to playing with your international team again, and skip everything. Even if your team might need you,
Okay, so
like
let me,
no, I'm gonna wait a little longer, and right when you're good, you go straight to your international team again.
let me get this straight. So right now,
Yeah, I'm
international
confused
break,
now.
he's playing for Spain. He gets injured. Let's say ankle injury.
Yes,
This month that he's out, he goes back to Real Madrid. He misses 4 matches for Real Madrid.
correct.
And after those 4 matches, once he's finally getting back to fitness, it happens to be another international. Let's say
Correct.
Euro qualifiers.
Yes,
So once he's fit, you're saying he goes back to play for Spain.
yes,
So
Okay.
what's our view on that?
yeah. Would you do it?
Would-
Would you
Like
do that?
intentionally skip a game? Is that what you're
Yeah,
asking?
yeah, kind of like that.
I don't
wouldn't
think I would
intentionally
intentionally skip a game, but I would go to international break just because I would get game time fitness.
Yeah.
For the league when it comes.
I don't know. I feel like you're asking that because you see something wrong with that, and I feel
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
feel like there is
What-
something
what-
wrong
what-
with that.
What do you see in it?
Yeah. Do you think he's prioritizing Spain over Real Madrid?
No, it's because it's not him. It's Bale.
Oh,
Bale literally just did that right now.
Oh.
Oh.
So
I
that so
mean-
it was
He
a direct.
intentionally missed.
He intentionally said
Intentionally.
Carvajal. This is hypothetically, but the question was not
Pointed
strictly-
at.
It was because Bale was literally doing it at the moment.
Well, I mean, I just said it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. As long
No,
as
you don't see anything.
No,
wrong
I
with
mean,
that?
I said even
If it-
under
if it's
Carvajal.
If it's intentional,
Yeah, if it's intentional, it's different.
I mean, there's no way.
different-
There's no
You're
way that
getting
we
paid
know
to play.
that.
Then
Only
again,
only
it's
the
Bale,
player
so,
knows
like-
their fitness. Like,
yeah. Then again, it's
Well,
Bale. Like
yeah,
Bale
but
might be like, yo,
crazy
my
stories, though.
my hamstring is not good enough to be on the pitch for Real Madrid right now. Like, so I don't know. It's great.
but
Yeah,
then like literally, they played this weekend.
yeah.
So a week later you're good to ball out for Wales.
So, all right, 2 things with this. I agree with Eddie. If you are hurt, international break does come around, and I mean, you have to get some game time under you. And what better way to do it than Wales and who was playing against? A lower level team, most
I
likely.
have no idea.
I don't know who
I'm
it
gonna
was,
look that up
but
just so we don't
most
go
likely a lower
crazy.
level team. So it's not like he was at risk at that point. So he's getting the fitness in. And even Real Madrid, man, he's produced more than half of our other players.
Well,
So
yeah,
I'm not gonna hold it against. I'm not gonna hold it
Hazard
against him.
specifically, but yeah.
Well, no, more than other players as well.
So they're playing against Azerbaijan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
So
no.
you use
I'm
that
not-
as a training? I'm just asking a
no,
general question.
I get
Has he
where you're
been
coming
training
from.
with Real
Huh?
Madrid?
Against
He wasn't
Azerbaijan on
training,
Saturday.
He went straight from training by himself to go play for Wales and training with everybody else.
Listen, I
I
get
mean-
where you're coming from.
It works out for Real Madrid at the end of the day because if he comes out of this international break with no injuries, game time ready, you good.
He's good, and on top of that, you're keeping his health good, and his price tag is still staying
Okay.
inflated.
I just
So
wanted
at the
to
end of
bring
the day, we all know
One,
Real
I wanted
Madrid
to bring it
wants
up.
to come out.
Too, it is like controversial for some
strikes-
people, and for
strikes me
others,
kinda
that's
suspect,
why
bro.
Is it controversial for you? Like, do you not like that or?
it bugs me. But again, like if you look at the big picture, and if he's gonna come back, if he comes back, good, I don't care.
What
Yeah,
if he
like
got?
injury free and ready to play?
Yeah, but
like,
that's the thing.
yeah.
He's always gotten injured at international breaks. He's always come back
Some
not playing
teams-
1 week
Sounds like Neymar.
because
I mean, is where
I'm not even gonna say
I'm-
nothing.
I-
'cause
I-
we're gonna-
I-
we're gonna
don't-
drag
don't-
back into
ignore him.
that.
Ignore
No
him.
way.
It's one of those kids that you poke him if you pay attention.
No way.
he's
No,
gonna
look,
continue poking.
Bale's
These-
injured half the
are these
time,
two
and he
games-
has how many Champions Leagues and Copa del Reyes?
Oh
and-
my
Yeah,
God.
no.
Can you-
Continue, Eddie? Sorry,
Eddie, please.
I'm just
Sorry,
saying.
sorry with the interrupter.
Hey, bro, it's numbers are proven right there, man.
is does Wales needs to win these next 2 games to?
Yes.
I do not know.
Yes, because they are out of the 2 qualifying in their group. They need to win.
Oh, they need to win both.
They have 2 pretty easy matches, like the last 2 matches for Euro qualifying. They need to win, or else their
that's another
their run is
added
done.
motivation to him.
Yeah,
So, like,
I mean, you wanna
What if he gets injured again?
If he does, and you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. But I think we can end it there, right? I think we're
Yep,
good
I
for
think
tonight.
we're good with
That's it,
that.
man. All right. Just to wrap it up really quick, Marco, where can everyone listen to us?
They can listen to us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Stitcher by searching Benchwarmers FC.
Nice. Eric, where can they find us?
Make sure when you find us, tag Neymar in all our
Oh
profile
my!
pictures.
You know what? I was gonna say something about Neymar, and I held my tongue. For
Make
the
sure
good
you
of the
tag
podcast.
Neymar. Neymar, if you're watching, I got your back, my man, 100% of the
Yeah, my
way.
man, I'll do
You
more
can
than that.
follow all that on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Benchwarmers FC1.
Hashtag Neymar.
Marco, where can they watch us?
And they can watch us on YouTube at Benchwarmers FC TV.
Talk about Neymar.
And when you can email us that finally Icardi is a better player than Neymar at this current club, PSG, you can email benched@benchwarmersfc.com.
Fucking an asshole on top of that, too.
Talk about football and wise. Anyway, when you get to any of our social media channels and you see that Eric is wrong, make sure that you comment and tag Eric. Leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We want to hear from you guys, and we want you to participate. We're the Benchwarmers, the bench with a voice, where the bench is always warm.
Peace.
Good night, everybody.
Neymar, porra!
Fuck Neymar.
I fucking hate you.
Yo, y'all had to bring up the Neymar thing, bro. Y'all had to bring it
No,
up.
I was.
Y'all act us into that one.
I was trying to go on to the next thing, and then Diego was all of us.
I loved every single minute of it, bro. I was legit. I was like, I got to the point that I got bored of the conversation. I started staring at the
Yo, my God, man.